In this video, let me show you why ATEM Mini Pro might be the best choice for you if you're planning to level up your live production or even just recording YouTube videos. I recently bought the ATEM Mini to level up my live production on YouTube. So I used it for 1 to 2 days. Then immediately I realized that I'm missing key features that would be helpful for my workflow. And if this is something similar to your workflow, then watch this video till the end. I'm going to tell you 4 features that helps you to cut down your production workflow, recording and editing. I can't stress enough, it's substantially less when you go with ATEM Mini Pro. So let me switch over and show you guys what I meant. So I'm going to talk about the recording option, stream option, preview, and the still memory, and overall how that helped me in the production time, cutting down the production time. So I'm going to talk about all these 4 options, how each of these helped me to cut down on my production workflow entirely. I'm going to also walk you through this hardware and you can see the difference. So first of all, the software, there is no significant difference, but depending on whether you connect the ATEM Mini or the ATEM Mini Pro, some of the buttons are made available in the software. Apart from that, there is no major change on behind the scene, the ATEM software itself. So let's talk about the hardware. So if you look at here, up to this line here, both hardware is exactly the same, whether it's ATEM Mini or ATEM Mini Pro. So up to here, you're all good. The difference is basically in this section, which is key for me, and I'm going to tell you why. So if you look at this section, here we have a record button and here we have a stream button. So these two allows me to directly connect SSD and record the video. Right now I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm not connected to any of my laptop or computer. All I have connected is to a SSD. So let me turn on the camera here. As you can see here, I am connected to the tablet here using a HDMI that goes into the ATEM Mini Pro. I'm connected to a SSD which is directly being recorded. As you can see here on the top, the record button, that's red because the video right now is directly getting saved onto the SSD. And let me tell you how this saves time, because otherwise I would have to do the same thing. I have to do a screen recording of this tablet, and then I have to have another camera pointing to this setup, and then I have to have my main camera, which is this one, talking head, and I have to bring all this camera into my computer and then do the editing. So it adds up because I have to then sync up the audio between all 3 components before I can start editing and decide which clip to show. So it's extremely time consuming, and you can cut down that one hour or more in post processing by just having the option to record directly. So that's what we're going to talk about. So this button right here, that's key for me, this record button. Apart from that, stream, I don't use that much as the record because I'm very nervous to go live without seeing on the computer. So either way, anytime I go live, I would be using one of the software, Ecamm or StreamYard and things like that. So even though it's a feature here, maybe in the future I can use it, but it's available at least for you to use it. So those 2 are missing in the ATEM Mini. So this is a feature available in the Pro. So that's why I put that as the top 2 items in the Pro list for ATEM Mini Pro. And above all, it is helping you to create the content with less time in editing. The reason I say that is, let's say the third option here, which is preview. So if you connect your ATEM Mini to an external monitor, then you can have a preview enabled in the next button, right? It'll show as green here, so you can see what is getting ready. But in the ATEM Mini Pro, you can have a preview and program side by side. So that option is not available in the ATEM Mini. It's only available in ATEM Mini Pro. So if you look at the camera angle here, you can see that there are 4 windows and all 4 are recorded simultaneously. So I can see what is in my shot that is getting ready, and I don't have to remember which camera. So there is an alternative to go with ATEM Mini to set up the preview, just the preview, so you cannot see side by side what is in preview and program. You can only see one at a time. Whereas with ATEM Mini Pro, you can see both preview and program at the same time. Here you can see either preview or program, only one at a time. So you have to remember and see which one is going to cut. So sometimes when you are creating content, you might be focused on the content delivery, and you might be thinking what you're seeing in the monitor, which is just a preview, as what is being on live, which is not the case. So I have dealt with that. So that's the third one that is here. All right, now let's talk about the still memory right over here. So what that means is the still button, which is available in both ATEM Mini and ATEM Mini Pro right here. But this ATEM Mini Pro has a inbuilt memory. So every time you save the still into the still location, it is saved for your next use. You don't have to set that up every time you turn off and turn on your ATEM Mini hardware. With this, every time you turn off, there is no memory, so it's not saved. That's again time consuming thing, because if you have 10 images that you have constantly using in your live production and you have to use that again and again, so each time you have to set this up, whereas this is available even when you turn off the ATEM Mini hardware. So overall, all that, what it means is it records your overall time in post processing, because as I said, otherwise you would have to bring these multiple camera angles, and then in post you have to sync up the audio first between all these cameras, and then you have to cut what you want to do. But whereas with the ATEM Mini Pro, I'm recording right into the SSD, as you can see here, and then all I get is a single file. Then I only have to edit and cut out where I'm not talking or where I messed up. So it's a huge time saving option when it comes to post processing. And if you look at the price difference, this one is coming at $300, and this is almost double the price, because this goes for $600, the ATEM Mini Pro, but just for these additional buttons right here. But that over the time saves a lot of time, and it will help you to create the content pretty fast, and you don't have to worry about storing multiple SD cards, syncing the audio and all that. So on the long term, it definitely gives more value for money than just going with ATEM Mini, if those are critical for your workflow. Because otherwise, if you're anyway going to edit and do things in post processing and you're planning to spend a lot of time, then it doesn't matter, go with the basic one. But if you're planning to just create the content and spend less time in editing, then I would go with ATEM Mini Pro, because all the cut happens in real time and you just have to work with just one single file, rather than being able to collect all the screen shares from the tablet and from the main camera and the overhead camera. You can set all that up, record directly into the disk, and then voila, you have a final product which you just have to do minimum post processing. And if you're worried about the price, then I would say that what I'm seeing in the used market is you are going to find ATEM Mini Pro for almost maybe $400 to $450, because that's how I got mine. First I bought a brand new ATEM Mini, then I sold, or I returned that to get a used ATEM Mini Pro, because that was coming at around $450 for me, and it delivered more value for money, because I can now record immediately and be done with the content and don't have to spend time in post processing. So if you're like me, then I would definitely suggest you to take a look at the used market for ATEM Mini Pro and see you can get a barely used device, because with people working from home, most of them might have bought the unit earlier and maybe it's not working out, or they started going back to work and they don't need it anymore. So these are coming back to use market pretty fast, and there are plenty available. just something to think about. And I find it in my workflow that it's a lot of help in reducing the post processing workflow, and it is saving a lot of time and helping me to create more content more often. Alright guys, that's all for today. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Alright, take care and see you in the next one. Bye.